Hello and welcome to my home. I love decorating with a combination of vintage and new and modern styles. I love that combination. I think it gives it a great, cozy, lived-in feel, but with a touch of modern elegance and rustic feel. These are some photos from my home last Christmas, but I'm busy working on my Christmas decorations currently. So in this video, I am going to be making over 3 items that I previously thrifted for my own home to decorate my place for Christmas and for the winter season. My name is Emily. I'm with J Bone & Company. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so happy that you clicked on this video. And if you've been here before, welcome back. On today's video, we are going to be making over thrifted items into classy, high-end Christmas decor. Today's video is a lot of fun for me because I'm making over items that I'm keeping for my house. So the first project is this deer wall hanging. It's a 3D wall hanging, pretty good size. I picked it up for $12.99. It's a little more than I normally pay for things, but I thought it was really cool and I still thought it was a good deal. So it was already black, which I didn't mind. However, it was all kind of scuffed up and roughed up, so it really didn't look good at the moment. So I decided to pull out my Rust-Oleum gold metallic paint that I already had from last year and give it a quick coat of paint. I painted the back side, and then once it was fully dry, I turned it over and painted the front side. This paint covers like a dream and it dries very fast. I have a little hallway between the living room and the master bedroom, my bedroom, so I thought that that would be a perfect place to hang and display this deer. So I hung it up, and then I thought that a wreath would look really good around it during the winter season. I love the winter season. It's my favorite time of year. So what do y'all think of this finished project? If you like it, give me a thumbs up. The next project, I'm calling these wicker bells. I found these bells a few months ago at a thrift store, and they were for 50 cents each. They were marked $1, but they were half off. With some hot glue residue still on the bells, and I tried to remove as much as I could, but it was really stuck on hard, so I thought that I would just paint over it. So I took out some Rust-Oleum paint that I had in my stash, which I have a bunch of spray paint because I've made over tons of projects in the past, and I decided to give it a quick coat of paint. I chose brown because I wanted brown as my base color. I am going to be showing you one of my favorite techniques that I have used many times on many different baskets, and it gives it that aged, worn look. I think that you are really going to love the last project as well. I'm going to do a little twist on a project that I have done before, so y'all stick around for that project. I had a lot of fun, and I think you're going to want to know that technique as well. Okay, so here I am. I'm finishing up painting these bells, and I'm pretty sure I picked the coldest day of the year. I mean, it was absolutely freezing. I did this yesterday morning. It was freezing. It was windy, and you can see my hair's blowing there. It was Saturday morning, so, you know, messy hair don't care. So anyway, when I brought these inside, they still had that glue, and you could see it more than I wanted you to be able to see it. So I decided to do my best to remove some more of it, and actually it ended up coming off a little bit easier. Off camera, I added some rings from some old keychains that I had, and then I just hooked them through. I opened up the ring and I hooked it through the top through the basket so that there would be something to tie a string onto. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking out my Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Elmwood. I love this color. It's one of our new colors from Fusion Mineral Paint, and it's a dark taupe color. I've used it several times before, and I'm just dry brushing on each one of these bells. Okay guys, so I have to share something with you. I'm so excited that I am doing a series on all of these different neutral winter decor items. I already have several other projects in the works and several videos. Actually, I have multiple videos coming up soon. I just have to finish up a project or two. And so hopefully I'll be a little bit more consistent with my videos because I have some of them almost finished. So I'm really excited to show you all of the videos that will be coming up in the future. I think you're going to enjoy them. Like I said, winter time is my favorite time of year. I love Christmas, but I love the cozy winter time after Christmas is over when all the neutrals come out, or at least that's what happens with me. I take away the red and the maroon and burgundy and I bring out the neutrals, and it just makes me feel cozy and comfortable, and it just gives me a really good homey feeling. Okay, so after I applied all of the Elmwood on all of the bells, I then took out some white paint. Basically, all I did was I just dipped my paintbrush, just an old paintbrush, into some white paint and then into a little bit of water, and I'm making a paint wash. Now, this is going to be a little bit whiter because the paint was actually on my brush. If you don't want it to be so white, then just pour the paint in with the water and don't have just straight paint onto or on your brush. So this white is what gives it that aged look, in my opinion. The cool thing about these wicker bells now, as you can see, or if you do this on a basket, which you can do as well, you're going to start having multiple layers of different colors. So there's a little bit of the red and green peeking through, and then you have the brown, and then the Elmwood, and then the white, and then when you do the paint wash, you're going to wipe it away. And there I had the other one right next to it so you could see the difference. So at this point, you're going to have multiple different layers, but it goes very, very fast because when you're dry brushing like this, it dries very fast, and of course a paint wash dries fast too. Once you wipe it off, it's almost dry besides what's down in the little crevices. But this is what gives it that aged look, and I think it looks really great, and that's what I like to do to my baskets so that they look old. I have some that are naturally aged, but then, you know, of course, sometimes you have some already, or you buy some and you want them to look more aged, or at least that's what I like. I like that look. Okay, so this is just a really easy technique, and here I'm going super fast. Mom, I have this on super speed, so it's meant to be like that. My mom told me the other day that sometimes the videos go really fast, and I told her why I did that. I speed it up. So she thought something was wrong with her YouTube channel, but it's not. I speed it up. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm adding some black wax on top of it just to give it a little bit more dimension. So all of these products, if you're interested in any of these products, they're all located on my website, my new and improved website. So I went on my website a couple of days ago, and I decided to put my latest videos onto the website along with all the products that are featured in the video. So I'll try to do that on this one as well, but currently if I don't, you're going to see the floral video I did last week with all the products directly under there. So I think it makes it really convenient and really easy. And also I did a whole section of different paint colors and products that would give you that cozy winter look. I love playing around with stuff like that, and I thought you would too. So as you can see, the technique is to add and then take away and add and then take away. And if any of the paints are still on there and a little bit wet, they will just blend together, creating extra layers of different colors. Okay, so after I had these finished and they were completely dry, I decided to add some twine to these bells. At first, I didn't really know what I was going to do with these bells, but then I decided that I would add them to 2 wreaths and hang them on my back porch. So all I'm going to do is take some twine and then loop 2 of the bells together. Next, I'm going to take these 2 thrifted wreaths that have been out in my garage for a while that I found that I think it was, I don't even know if it was a garage sale, thrift store, or whatever, but it was just for a few dollars. I like the color of these because they were more of that blue-green color instead of just the typical green that you normally see. So all I'm doing here is I'm just fluffing up this wreath. Garage sales and thrift stores are great places to find wreaths because you can find them for super cheap, sometimes just $1 or $2. I think I just paid $1 or $2, who knows, maybe a little bit more for these wreaths, but they are pretty large wreaths and they are nice and full and they are in great shape, except for they're shedding a little bit when I was messing around with them. So all I'm doing is just fluffing them out now, and then I'm going to add these bells to the wreaths with that twine. And now that I'm watching this video, I think I'm going to take a little bit more white paint or just the whitewash, and I'm just going to add a little bit to the inside. But you won't be able to see it that much when I have these wreaths hung up. Next, I decided that I would add some kind of bow to this wreath. So I had this fabric. It's kind of like a gold type suede or gold type velvet. I'm not quite sure what it was. And I had previously, yesterday, torn it into some strips. I like to use fabric as bows. I think it gives it kind of a neat look, and I have a ton of fabric, so might as well use that instead of buying ribbon. However, I have a ton of ribbon too. So anyway, I started adding this wreath or this bow to the wreath, but honestly, I just wasn't loving it because I just really love that neutral look. I also pulled out this burgundy ribbon, which I have all throughout my house right now, and I thought about adding that. But after looking at it, you know, I decided to just take it off and leave it as is. So here is the final reveal. I have it hung on my back porch on this old tobacco basket that my brother gave me. And then I also have one hung on my back door. So would you add a bow to this wreath or not? I decided not to add a bow because I knew I would just have to take it off after Christmas, especially if it was a red, because I can only take red for so long. Anyway, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. I'll promise I'll get back to you. The next project I'm calling the gingerbread house. So I thrifted this house. It's a fairly large house. It was just white, like straight from the craft store. It had a sticker price of $2.50, but Christmas was on sale half off, so I purchased it for only $1.25. I took out this red brown primer that I had from last year, because last year I made some gingerbread projects as well, and I'm going to show you all those here in a second. But I gave this a coat of paint. I wasn't loving the color, so I decided to add a little bit of that brown that I used on the bells on top of it, just to tone down the red of this paint. I did that off camera, so you won't see that, but you will see it once it has dried and I bring it inside. This could also be painted with regular paint, but because my time was limited and I didn't want to waste my whole day just hand painting this, I just took out my spray paint because it makes it really easy on this kind of project, especially when there's so many different details. Okay, so now you can see what the house looks like with some of the brown on top of it. It's the brown, and then you can see some of the red underneath, and I liked how that looked because it gave it a more natural look. Anyway, I'm now making another whitewash, but this time instead of putting the white paint on my brush, I decided just to put a little bit on a takeout spoon or fork, whatever that is, and then I mix it in with the water so it won't be quite as white. So I decided just to do a white wax so it almost looked like powdered sugar on top of the gingerbread instead of actually using white paint or white, fabric puff paint. I did that last year and we had a lot of fun with it, but honestly they turned out looking more juvenile and not as high end as I wanted them to look. So I thought that I would try this technique. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take the wash, you're going to paint it directly onto your house, and then you're just going to take a paper towel, or you could use a lint-free rag, and then you're just going to wipe it back, and then the white paint or the white paint wash will be left right in the details. And I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to see what it looks like once I wipe it back. I'm now showing you a few projects that I made last year just for fun. These were some little houses that I painted, and then me and my daughter both did these, so you can see probably the ones that she did. And this is one that I did. It's a little house that lit up, and then this cute little birdhouse as well. What do you think of this technique? Isn't it easy? I think that you would really enjoy this. And if you see any of these little village houses out and you want to recreate it, you can usually find them for just a few dollars at your thrift stores. Even if they've already been painted and they're not some name brand that's worth a lot of money, just paint right over it and you can get this same look. Also wanted to take this time to say thank you so much for watching my last video and all the new subscribers and all of the comments and likes. Y'all really stepped it up on that video. I really asked for you to leave comments and subscribe, because when I look at the statistics of these videos as YouTubers, we can see the statistics, and there are about 80-something% of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. So if you've not hit that subscribe button, you need to hit it so you won't miss out on the next videos. It really helps my channel grow, and it's really encouraging for me, and it makes me feel really good. So if y'all would subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and leave me a comment, I would really love that. My husband just pointed out to me too that I should tell you that subscribing is completely free. It doesn't cost you any money. You just hit that subscribe button and that's it, because he says that some people think that it might cost, but there's absolutely no fee to that. So here is the final project. I put this one of those light up candles in between, underneath it. It looks a little bit like a haunted house, but let me know what you think. If you like that gingerbread house, give me a thumbs up. Also, right there in the comments, I'm going to put a link to my last video. It was a floral makeover video. I made over a table with a Whimsykel paper. It turned out beautiful. Y'all loved it. Check that out as well. And I made several other projects as well. Okay guys, now that you have seen this video, which one of these projects is your favorite? If you enjoyed these projects, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let me know which one of these projects was your favorite. If you've made it this far in the video, I would love for you to put a Christmas tree emoji so I know that you have made it this far. See you next time, and thank you for watching.